Hello. My name is Mary Takaoka, and I'm an American living in Japan. I will be teaching you great Bible stories. Please read along with me, learn English and Bible at the same time. Please enjoy. Great Bible stories. Joseph. Jacob, who was the grandson of Abraham and the son of Isaac, had 12 sons. Joseph, however, was his favorite. This made the other brothers jealous. One day, Jacob gave Joseph a special, beautiful robe of many colors. His brothers grew even more envious. They came to hate Joseph. One night, Joseph told his brothers a dream he had. I dreamed we were all in the fields tying up sheaves of wheat. My sheaf stood upright and yours stood around mine and bowed down to it. His brothers were angry when they heard his dream. Do you think you will be king and rule over us? They asked. One day, Joseph's brothers went to feed their father's flocks in Shechem. Joseph, called Jacob, go and see if your brothers are well. When Joseph went to Shechem, he could not find them. They have traveled further, said a stranger. So Joseph went on in pursuit of his brothers. Here comes that dreamer, yelled one of his brothers. Then they plotted against him. Let's kill Joseph and throw his body into one of these pits and say that an animal killed him. But Reuben, one of his brothers, said, we should not kill our brother. Just throw him into the pit. When Joseph finally reached them, his brothers yanked off his coat and threw him into the pit. Ah! Then they sat down to eat. Soon a trading caravan on its way to Egypt came by with camels loaded with spices. Judah, Joseph's brother, said, let's sell Joseph to the traders. So they lifted Joseph from the pit and sold him for 20 pieces of silver. The traders took Joseph away. The brothers returned home with Joseph's coat and gave it back to Jacob, saying, our brother, your son, has been killed by a wild beast. Jacob wept bitterly. My son, my son. Meanwhile, in Egypt, the traders sold Joseph to Potiphar, the captain of the guards to the Pharaoh of Egypt. Potiphar's wife, however, was wicked and tried to persuade Joseph to plot against her husband. When Joseph refused, she had him sent to prison. Even Even in prison, God was with Joseph. He alone had the power to understand dreams. One of the prisoners, the Pharaoh's old butler, had a dream which Joseph explained to him. In 3 days, the Pharaoh will restore you to your old job, Joseph told the butler. Then, in 3 days, the dream came true, and the butler was back at Pharaoh's side. One day, the Pharaoh also had a dream that no one understood. But the butler remembered Joseph, so Pharaoh called for Joseph and told him his dream. I saw 7 fat cows coming from the river, and then 7 thin cows. The thin cows ate the fat cows, but after they ate, they were still thin, Pharaoh told Joseph. Joseph prayed. Then he said, God has told you of his plans. The 7 fat cows are 7 years of plenty across the land, but the 7 thin cows are 7 years of famine across the land. And when this happens, the years of plenty will all be forgotten. Pharaoh was so grateful to Joseph for his wisdom that he removed his ring and placed it upon Joseph's finger. He dressed Joseph in beautiful, luxurious robes. Soon Pharaoh made Joseph ruler over all Egypt and gave him a royal chariot to ride on. Joseph prepared for the famine and saved grain all throughout the land during the good years. Then, after the years of plenty, a famine spread all over the land. There was no food to be found in Joseph's old home. Jacob, Joseph's father, and his sons, Joseph's brothers, grew worried. Joseph's brothers traveled to Egypt and asked the ruler for his help. But when the brothers met Joseph, they didn't even recognize their long-lost brothers. To be continued.